Hey guys, Jesse here, and Happy New Year's everyone. So hopefully you had a really good New Year's Eve, and hopefully you're having a really good New Year's Day. I know 2017 was a really great year for me, and hopefully it was a really great year for you. If it wasn't, well, 2018 is a new year. Let's go ahead and start fresh and make this one of the greatest years you've ever had. Let's make it your year, so to say. So again, Happy New Year's everyone. And I actually wanted to make this video yesterday, but I didn't want it to just be, oh, Happy New Year's, cut. I actually wanted to talk a little bit about some Gunpla related stuff coming forward in 2018 and some things from 2017. I want to reflect a little bit about what I've done with this channel and the things I've done in my Gunpla career in 2017. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. But first off, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. When I started in 2017, I think I had around 200 subscribers, and now I have nearly 2,000. So that's really crazy. I can't believe I got this far, to be honest. It's great to see so many people interested in my hobby and what I have to say about my hobby. As you guys know, I don't do this for money. If you see ads on my videos, it's just because YouTube's got to do their thing, I suppose. I don't have an AdSense account. I don't get money from any of my ads, or ads on my videos, I should say. So yeah, I do this purely for fun, and again, to see so many people interested in the hobby I just do for fun, it feels really great. So again, thank you everyone. And so the three big things there's three big things I want to talk about in terms of news for Gunpla upcoming in 2018. So first off, the MG Deep Stryker was announced. We now have official confirmation and pictures of the MG Deep Stryker, and it looks really great. We know Mechanicore did their thing with the TM Strummer, which is just a Deep Stryker with a different name. That came out about a year ago, maybe 2 years at this point. I can't really remember. And to be honest, it looks a lot more impressive than the Bandai one. That being said, it's a lot more expensive than the Bandai one. The Bandai one is 20,000 yen, which is about 180 bucks, and the Mechanicore one, I think when it came out, was like almost 500 bucks or even more. I can't really remember, but it's very expensive. It just has a lot more surface detail. It lights up. It has, I think, like metal plated parts or something crazy like that. But that being said, again, Bandai, we know their quality control. We know the quality of their kits. We know it's going to go together a lot better than the Mechanicore one. Mechanicore tends to design their kits and target them, sell their kits more towards experienced builders and experienced modelers. So there's a lot of fitting issues with Mechanicore kits, and some panel lines need to be like rescribed and such. So the Bandai one, we know we're going to just snap it together and it's going to look great and everything. We don't have to do that much extra work on it. But I think the biggest concern for people when it comes to the Bandai MG Deep Stryker, the MG Deep Stryker, excuse me, is it just going to be an MG XS Gundam with a whole bunch of crap on it to make it the Deep Stryker? And why that concerns people is because the MG XS Gundam is a little older at this point. I think it came out in 2008, could be wrong about that, but I know it came out before 2010. And from what I've seen, I haven't built the XS Gundam myself, but from what I've seen, it looks like a great kit. I mean, it has a really, lots of great detail, lots of great engineering. It transforms, for Christ's sakes. That big-ass thing transforms, and they made it work. The only problem with it, people tend to have with it, is it doesn't transform, or it doesn't pose, excuse me. But what do you expect from something like that? Like, that thing is meant to just stand there with its gun and just look cool. And then same thing with the Deep Stryker. It's just supposed to sit there with its big-ass cannon and look cool. So I don't have any problem with it just being an older kit with newer crap on it, especially considering it's not going to pose. Maybe the cannon's going to move and the arm's going to move. It'll probably have some opening something gimmicks, but the point I'm trying to make is I don't think there's going to be I don't have a problem, and I don't think there's going to be a problem with it just being an older XS Gundam. Is it going to be? I don't know. This is purely speculation. Maybe they will make a brand new. Maybe it'll be entirely new. We'll see. But there's some weirdness also going on behind the announcement of this thing. So when the TF Strummer came out, everyone was like, wow, I wish Bandai would make this. Bandai's never going to make this. They don't make cool. They don't choose the cool mobile suits to make kits of. And now that this is announced, everyone's like, wow, or there's a small subset, I should say, of people I guess the vocal majority, but the actual minority, whatever, saying like, oh, this is so disappointing, you know, like, why are we getting this and not this? Just what? Like, I don't understand. The Gunpla community can be kind of weird like that sometimes, but yeah, you can never please people, I suppose, but that's kind of with every community. So in any case, I'm excited. I won't be getting it on release, unfortunately. I just don't have enough space, and I don't really have enough time to really dedicate to making that thing look awesome. So I have way too many kits already, and I have way too many kits on my wish list that frankly come before the Deep Stryker in terms of what I'm going to buy next. So I will get it eventually, but not on release. So if you want to see that thing as soon as it comes out, I'm sure another channel will have it out. Jadman, hint, hint. Pretty sure I'll get it. Next thing I want to talk about, which is more bigger news probably for you guys, not so much for me, is the RG Talgeese. So they showed a prototype of the RG Talgeese. I don't like the Talgeese, and I don't like real grades, so it doesn't really mean much to me, but I know for many of you, the Talgeese is one of your favorite suits, and RG is probably one of your favorite lines. So it's really cool. We definitely need more bad guys in the RG line. We really just have Zaku, Zagok, and Shinanju, and we have 3 Zakus, yes, but they're all Zakus. So we'd really love to see more RG bad guys. We really just have lead Gundams. I guess the Amatsu Mina counts, but that's a Gundam. So we want to see some of the weirder stuff. I'm a little concerned, though, just because RG tends to be, at least with my experience, tend to be really loose and frail and bleh. And the Talgeese has really tiny skinny legs and a really big upper body, so I'm a little concerned about stability. But from what I've heard, the RG Unicorn is incredibly stable, just like what I heard about the Zaku and the red frame. And both of those are floppy messes for me. But, you know, I haven't built the RG Unicorn, so maybe it really is as stable as people say. In any case, hopefully the RG Talgeese happens, and hopefully it's really, really good for those RG fans. And then finally, this isn't really, I don't know, it's not really big news, but it caught my attention because it's my favorite mobile suit. And it's kind of funny because I just made a video that included this mobile suit in it. And basically Bandai showed off prototypes of an F91 2.0, a Master Grade 2.0 of the F91. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's so coincidental because just in my last video I talked about how we didn't need a 2.0 of that suit. Like the one we have now, it's cheap, it comes with a lot of stuff. It's really, really detailed, and it's just all around good. And then Bandai says, by the way, we're thinking about making a 2.0 of it, but why? Why? I don't know. For me, I could take it or leave it. I really hope we just get 2.0. I want 2.0s of like the Stardust memory suits or like the Alex or something. I don't think the F91 needs one. I'm not going to get it personally if it does come out, unless it has something crazy cool about it or something. I personally don't like to get multiple suits, especially if they're in the same grade. I'm not going to get 2 master grades of the same suit. That's just a pet peeve of mine. That's just me. And I feel like the F91 is such a tiny suit that most of the time when it comes to 2.0, what they do is they pack a lot of surface detail on it and better proportions. The current F91, the proportions are pretty much perfect, to be honest. I guess they could be improved, I'm not sure how. But if you add too much surface detail to something so small, it's just going to get way too busy. So I really wonder what they're going to do with an F91 2.0. On top of that, we just had the metal build come out, so I don't know. I don't know why F91's getting so much love lately. I don't mind. I mean, we're getting that Vigna, Girna, or whatever it's called, the RE100, definitely going to be getting that. But yeah, F91 2.0, some people have asked for it. I guess we might be getting it. So that's all the news I want to talk about. And now finally, I just want to talk a little bit about 2017 and what I've done with Gunpla in that year. So up until about the end of the year, I was just sort of building my kits as I normally do. Build them, panel line top coat, maybe weather them top coat, maybe do some detail painting. I airbrushed a few kits in the past, but not as much as I did this year, and it's not that much, but it's more than I usually do. But the biggest thing I did this year was I started doing commissions, and I've been asked to do commissions in the past. This, it didn't just start this year. I've had requests in the past, but I never agreed to them because I always felt that my kits just weren't worth people's money. Like, not that my kits are so great that there's no right price. No, nothing like that. I always thought my kits just weren't good enough. Like, that if people asked for a commission, I did it, then sent my kit, they would just be disappointed because I didn't hold myself to a very high standard, and I still don't. But a lot of encouragement from my fiance really pushed me to start doing commissions. So I just got to say thank you to her. I've done 2 so far, and I found out that yes, in fact, people do want my style or whatever, my kits, the way I paint them. So it just feels really good to finally start doing commissions and holding myself to, I guess, to a higher standard. Again, I don't hold myself super high, but I think I beat myself up a little bit too much in the past. And I've learned to not undersell myself either. So she really helped me with the pricing and that. So, yeah. So also with that, I've also pushed myself a little bit more towards the end of the year. I've airbrushed more kits than I have in the past. It's not that many, but more than I usually have because I want to start getting better. I've gotten more serious about airbrushing. It feels a lot better now because I've practiced a lot more, gotten a lot more familiar with paints and thinner and primer and et cetera, and doing everything right. And the current project I'm working on now, which you guys will see very soon, I'm just really pleased with it. And in 2018, these are some of my plans. I plan to airbrush more kits. I plan to really get serious, I guess, maybe start doing some plot plating, practicing scribing. I want to really push my skills to the edge because with the commissions coming in, I want to be able to sell more impressive stuff because I want people to have more impressive stuff from me. So airbrushing and doing some more advanced modding is sort of the next step. And again, you guys are going to see a project I've been working on fairly soon, and I hope you guys will really be impressed with it or really like it or whatever. So again, guys, that's all I got for this video. So Happy New Year's, everyone. Go ahead and leave in the comments below if you have any New Year's resolutions. It doesn't have to be Gunpla related, but if you have a special Gunpla category for your New Year's resolution, be sure to tell me in the comments below. And I'll see you all this year. Let's make it a great year again. So thank you all once more. So bye-bye.